Okay, so we were going to use the battery and go to the substation to grab the fuse for the tram. We know that these mutant fleas has reappeared here, so let's just try and evade them. Well, it wasn't as successful as I hoped it would be, but could have been worse. In fact, we have seen how worse it can be in the previous playthrough. Okay, let's grab some ammo and then shoot the zombies while they're grouped with a shotgun. And let's just ignore the last one, we can easily outrun her. So there are no red herbs because we already took them at the gas station. And there's no gunpowder here. There can be gunpowder there. If it's not here, it's in the umbrella office, where we find the oil additive. Let's open both shutters first, but then we'll probably escape, because we want to fight Nemesis here. And since we're going to find Magnum right now, we might as well just grab Magnum first, then escape, then try and use Magnum on Nemesis. So let's do that. Okay, let's fight him now. Let's use this TNT. It does hurt him, but it doesn't hurt him well enough to kill him. As you can see, you can evade rockets, but it's not very consistent if you're not very good at the game. Let's shoot him to make him walk up, because usually when you shoot Nemesis when he's down, it doesn't deal him damage, or doesn't at least deal him full damage. And as you can see, he can actually run out of ammo for his rocket launcher. When he does, he switches to grabs back again, but we killed him before he could do anything else. He dropped some new parts for a new weapon, but it's still into different parts, so we can't just use it yet. We need to kill Nemesis one more time. So let's grab fuse for now, and... Are the zombies gone, actually? It seems empty. Okay, so let's just go use this exit. Something that you might be noticing is that the mutant fleas are gone. That's because we encountered Nemesis. Some enemies just outright disappear if Nemesis is spawned in an area where he can follow you. And also we see zombies here instead of different enemies that we saw last time. And there was someone shooting the zombies who sounded like Nikolai. You might be noticing the speed with which we can shoot enemies with the Eagle 6.0. Handgun cannot shoot this fast. This is one of the really cool benefits of this gun. Shooting off zombie heads is also really cool. Let's check what was in the car, we couldn't do that last time. Let's just kill this zombie first though. And this one. Grenades! This is actually pretty useful. It's a shame we couldn't open it last time. Okay, so let's just put off the Magnum because it doesn't have any rounds, and let's put off the parts because we don't really need them. You know what we can also do? We can add first aid sprays to this box. It cannot hold more than 3 though, but as long as it's under 3, you can add more first aid sprays to it. Which is really cool because that means that you have 3 full heal items in one slot. Okay, so now when we saved and grabbed the wrench that we will need, let's just leave. Still not grabbing that power cord, we still want to avoid the earthquake. And crowds like last time. They can actually spawn later. I had them spawn at the return from the first part of the map instead of right now. What is also interesting is that if you don't kill 3 zombie dogs, which are in that area before, zombie dogs will just disappear and crows will appear instead. This just happens with some of the parts of the game. Enemies will just despawn instead of respawning after you do some things in some other parts of the game, or just solve some puzzles. Oh, he's not dead. He's dead now. Usually that kills both of them. Oh, and what's this? There are dogs here. Last time we saw a lot of policemen on a walk, but this time it's dogs. I was hoping to show off this configuration because it doesn't happen as often for me. And in this area, zombie dogs will always disappear when you return here with a fire hose. Because probably of the cutscene, I guess. Well, anyway, what we can do here now is we know that a blue herb is coming up, so let's just grab the herb mix so we can create the ultimate herb mix. Ah, we missed you too, Harry. How's it going? Anyway, let's leave the second blue herb there, because we know how rather useless poison is in this game. So might as well just not have a lot of blue herbs with us. And let's try to evade these guys and just go meet Carlos.
Wait!
What did you do?
I had no choice. He was about to turn into a zombie. It would have been a threat, so I eliminated it.
But he was still conscious, wasn't he?
He was as good as dead. And it took fewer bullets to kill him now than it would have if he had transformed. Not now, I'm busy.
So instead of Carlos, we have Nikolai, who's busy. By the way, we still don't know his name officially, but Jill does. He still hasn't heard his name, or he still hasn't said his name yet. And what do you know? It seems that the commercials are actually randomized. There are several configurations. 3 to be more precise. And I'm lucky that we're actually getting a different one, because the one that we got last playthrough, is the one that appears most often. So I guess that makes password at least a bit less stupid, but I mean, it's still stupid. Ah, and here are the gunpowder B3 thingies that could have been instead at the substation. So let's just grab all of them and mix them in one big thing. And just grab the oil additive. I always found that scream super hilarious. I don't know what Nikolai was trying to tell by that. Yoa. Also, did you notice a small stutter that happened when zombies entered? Yeah, that's the patch problem that I was talking about. It shouldn't happen, but for some reason it always happens for me after the patch. It doesn't seem like zombies want to counter the second pipe, so I guess we just have to kill them as is, with guns. Wasn't that difficult even this way. What's that sound? Oh, it's a pool of blood in Nikolai's PC. Well, his weird laptop. Could have he survived the zombies? I mean, we know that he survived the explosion that should have killed him, but... Maybe we have changed something. This animation is hilarious. I guess that Flea is super happy to see us. Anyway, bye Harry. Actually, wow, that's a sad thought. Harry's probably going to be stuck there until the entire city explodes. That's sad. I mean, he's a zombie, so who cares, but still, it's kind of a sad thing. Well, anyway, let's go back to the zombie killing. Might as well grab some stuff and put some stuff away, because we'll be going to the alley behind Bar Jack to grab some more grenades. We have seen that returning at this time during the nighttime to the first areas of the game changes a few things, and I have shown a special extra video where I have explored all the different parts of it. So we know what to expect. And this time we actually have a zombie configuration instead of the Kraus configuration that we got in the main playthrough last time around. Can we just avoid all zombies and grab all the grenades instead? Without shooting anyone? Nah, doesn't seem so. The zombie is getting dangerously close. Let's just get them all out of the way. And you know what? Let's go to Dario's place a different route. We know that going down would trigger the female survivor who will die. And we know that we might not trigger her, and she will stay alive, at least. Supposedly. Let's just go this way and see what happens. Okay, let's see if she's still here or not. She's not, and there's no extra zombie here as well. So going this way just doesn't trigger her completely. Again, unless you've killed all the zombies in that opening area. If you did, then she will be here dead. And let's ignore poor Dario and his body being eaten and just grab all his stuff. There's no real point in going up and saving right now, so let's just leave and ignore all the other zombies. And actually, let's check if we can trigger this female survivor if we go a different route, or more specifically, to the point where she gets scriptedly triggered in this area from this side. It doesn't seem like that. Well, okay, but what if we go back? Will she be there? Yep, there she goes. If you're fast enough, you can actually see her running away, but we know what happens to her. At least we didn't hear her being killed right now, so maybe that means that she survived in this version of events. Probably not, but let's pretend that she's actually alive. Oh, and that zombie fell asleep, how cute. I mean, we saw him burst through the windows, we know that he's not dead. So who is he trying to fool? Okay, so now we have a lot of grenades and a lot of gunpowder, so we can create a lot of nitrogen rounds and we can create a lot of acid rounds. And we still have a lot of grenades left. You know what? In fact, let's try to switch to grenade launcher completely. We have so many grenades, we might as well just use it instead of the gun. And you know what? Let's put off the normal grenades, because they're not really effective and it's much better to just use them in combination with different gunpowders. Okay, so we're leaving the first part of the game for good now. It doesn't seem like there's anything new appearing anywhere else. Let's see if the earthquake will be happening right now or not. Because, I mean, we did change a few things. Few things happened not the same way they happened the first time around. We saw Carlos in the news office instead of the restaurant. We saw Nikolai in the Umbrella's office instead of the gas station. So maybe this will be changed as well. Okay, well, this is what happens when you drop down instead of going up, and this looks like this giant worm body or extra skin, and a lot of sliding worms. The annoyance about sliding worms is that you cannot leave an area when sliding worms are stuck to you and drinking your blood. Meaning you can be clicking action button as much as you want near a ladder or a door or anything else, but it won't open until you shake them off. And at least this time we can see some other parts that got destroyed because of the earthquake. Let's grab the power cable. It didn't seem to change anything that we didn't do it the first time around. And we do need to have it right now in our inventory. So what can we do now? Well, we didn't go to Mikhail this time around. We don't know if he's okay. Last time when we got back to him with some of the items, he actually had to fight some zombies attacking the tram. But last time he had an extra exploding barrel that we destroyed this playthrough. I wonder if we did a bad thing. Maybe he needs some help this time around. So let's first go and grab some items and save. Might as well be prepared as if we're going to fight something big. and might get all the items that we need for the tram. Let's see how it goes. Well, these zombies still jump out of the window and we still can just easily run past them. Alright, this one is still alive. Let's just burn him. Okay, doesn't seem like there are any earthquakes happening here. Let's just see how Mikhail is doing.
Mikhail, do you have some kind of death wish?
My people, they were wiped out by these monsters. I can't stop just because I'm wounded.
But can't you see those monsters are also the victims of Umbrella?
Are you accusing me of taking it out on them? You don't seem to understand something. We're not really involved with the company. There's no reason for any of us to take responsibility for this mess.
I know that. And right now that's the only reason why I'm trying to cooperate with you.
Sorry. I feel so useless.
Don't. You fought hard and have the wounds to prove it.
But I'm still alive. My men aren't.
Don't think about that now. Just rest.
Well, what do you know? He had grenades on him. Mikhail is still super badass, dude. Okay, let's use all the items, and yes, as you might have guessed, you cannot use an oil additive just on its own, just like you can't use oil on its own. We need to mix them. To get the oil, we need to go to the gas station. So let's do just that. Thankfully, gas station is pretty nearby. Now note that you don't actually need to go and check on Mikhail, it's just an extra cutscene that has two variations on it that I just wanted to see and to show you. But other than that, it's just a thing that can be completely skipped because you don't get anything out of that. You can first grab all the important items and just go and use them in the end. If you have all the... Oh, he just fell. Oh well. But if you have all the items, Mikhail doesn't have an extra cutscene. You just go and use the items, and then you can leave. Okay, so will we meet Nikolai if he's been supposedly eaten by zombies? Oh, and there are items here. This gunpowder would have appeared in Umbrella's office, alongside with the gunpowder B. if it wasn't here.
Jill! Hey, the zombies are getting restless.
I know. I can hear them. What's going on?
Uh-huh, so Carlos and Nikolai switched places, it seems. And there's still nothing here.
Jill!
What's wrong?
They're coming! They must have sniffed us out. They know we're here.
Hey, calm down.
Any objections to my playing hero this time?
What are you doing? Carlos!
Okay, let's go and check on him.
Eat this!
Okay, let's go out and help him.
Carlos! No!
Relax. I'm not dead yet.
Are you okay?
I'm fine. That hero stuff is harder than it looks. Okay, I'm gonna scrounge up some equipment. There might not be any at our destination.
Well, it seems that Carlos is actually much more useful in this playthrough than he was in the first one, where we just slapped him. Okay, let's just go and do the puzzle, which is as easy as before. By the way, did you notice a DeLorean with an American flag outside the gas station? I do wonder if it's a reference to Back to the Future or just a random thing. Yep, as easy as before. Let's just mix this stuff and let's grab the first aid spray here. Okay, it still burns. Let's extinguish it. Right, so freeze rounds don't work. I'm okay with that. We can't go back for obvious reasons. Oh, and it explodes even more. Well, okay, we can't do anything, let's just leave. Well, seems like that was unavoidable. And awesome. Anyway. Let's go to the tram.
Stars.
Oh, right, you. Can we extinguish you? Well, it's not happening so far. Oh, we got him stuck. Not for long. But yeah, freeze rounds, as always, are the most effective ones. Let's switch to acid rounds, let's see how he likes that. Well, it burns him. And as you can see, if your dodge is somehow prevented because you dodge inside an obstacle, you can still get hurt, even if you dodge perfectly in terms of pushing the buttons. Okay, well, that could have gone better, but it wasn't that horrible. And we get the second part of the weapon parts. Let's use acid on this guy, actually. Yeah, that's how acid works on zombies. It usually just one hit kills them. Okay, I guess the worm is still going to appear this time around. Maybe it's unavoidable. Okay, we know the drill. Push the buttons, then we need to make him appear and lure him out, and then push the other button and wow, that was easy. But yeah, as you can see, he can appear in the other holes, not just the two which contain buttons. He can actually prevent you from going up the ladder. But if you're fast enough, it should be okay. Still, this can be harder depending on how controls work and how, well, random factor works. Anyway, let's fix the tram.
It looks like we're ready to go. Here, take this.
Okay. Nikolai won't be joining us.
I understand. I'll operate the cable car. Let's go.
Nikolai's dead? Oh no, oh well, fun time ride, yeah, I'm going to ride the tram. Carlos has a weird emotion switch there. Anyway, let's not ride the tram just yet. Let's go to the save point and first check how much this location is changed after the earthquake. And second, let's create this new weapon from the weapon parts that we got from Nemesis. Yeah, this thing has been pretty roughed up after the earthquake. There are no new descriptions though. And yeah, if you've seen, Carlos actually gave us grenades this time around, so he's becoming more and more useful in this playthrough. I'm kinda liking him even. But other than the location where the worm causes an earthquake, nothing else has been changed. So what we can do, as I'm saying, is just grab the stuff, create a new weapon, check how good it is, save and get ready to escape from the first part of the game. And you know, we might actually put even the gun away, because we probably won't be using it anymore. And the shotgun too. That's because the new weapon that we got is a new kind of shotgun. It's quite different though, as you will see. It's a small shotgun. It's a sawn-off kind of shotgun. We'll be testing it in the new video though, in the next one. Because for now we just save the game, we leave the ink ribbon in the item box, and we'll continue on in the next video.